Hello and good evening, everyone. My name is Shujitha Surash, and my metric card number is E21A0664.
Hi, my name is Shujitha and my matrix number is J21A0955.
Hi, my name is Loshini Vijayasegaran and my metric card number is E21A0501.
Hi, my name is Noliana binti Muhammad Zaid and my matrix number is E210613.
Okay,
Hi, my
today.
name is Kirbashi
Sorry, go
Mariappa,
back, go back.
and my metric number is E21A0499.
Topic on hand today, which is stress can benefit us. So,
Yes.
I would like to start with my point, my view on stress. Stress that is well managed improves alertness and performance, in my point of view. Stress also enhances memory by stimulating the formation of stem cells that become brain cells. From an adaptive standpoint, the rise in stem cells and neuron production makes kind of sense. If an animal is attacked, let's just say, if an animal is attacked by a predator and manage to flee, it is critical for the animal to remember where and when the attack happened so that it might be avoided in the upcoming future. Let's just say, for another instance, if someone is walking through an alley and someone threatens that person, it's crucial for that man or woman to remember where it happened so that he or she can avoid that alley again. So stress causes that brain to react in variety of ways. Not it doesn't supposed to be in a bad ways only. Stress, whether extreme or prolonged, may be harmful. Moderate and short-term stress also, on the other hand, such as studying for an impending test, let's just say, or giving a public speech, increases cognitive function and memory. Good stress also, in the scientific community, is also known as eustress. I hope everyone knows that, right? You guys would have heard about it. It's called eustress. It may be just a thing that someone needs. Eustress is might be the thing that someone needs when they need to get some work done. Let's just say you're working in a office, then it's the deadline is staring at your face, and it automatically stimulates your behavior to really manage the situation, get the work done by the due date or the given time by our higher officials. So the key is viewing stressful situation as a challenge that you can meet rather than an overwhelming or unpassable roadblock. So in my point of view, stress could be a good one.
So you agree that stress is
Yeah, I
good?
agree to the point. How
Alright.
about you, Sujita? What do you think about stress?
Okay, in my point of view, when we talk about stress, we are all react to stressful events differently actually. So I think you guys did agree with that. So the cause of stress may be internal or external, but in my point of view, stress does not only give the negative effect as everyone thinks, it does give positive effects too. So besides, stress will make our mood bad. People might not know that stress can also help us to boost our mood too. And do you guys know that stress can be great motivating force? And this type of stress is known as eustress, as Shamira said. So to support my point that stress is good for us, so I might say that stress can make us strong. It does not mean that strong as we can lift weight, but it will make us more resilient. So stress will make us become mentally strong. The stress, it is because the stress that we did have before this, it will make us to before this and overcome it successfully. It will make us to face it and become more strong when we're facing it. So this will avoid us from being depressed too. As we know, stress and depression might lead to that too. So to be short, stress will help us to be brave and strong to get through things that no matter how hard the situation is. So it can be concluded. I think that stress is a good for us too. Thank you.
I disagree with the statement that stress can bring benefits to us because stress is the most important problem for many people. So we may face many problems and in our lives, and these problems may cause to the increased stress levels. It decreases the quality of life, and in my opinion, being stressed affects our psychology and also damage our health. Firstly, too much stress or chronic stress can affect people's psychology in a negative way. It makes people constantly feel upset and angry and nervous. For this reason, they start to take drugs, which is not always helpful. Besides this, they may become pessimistic because of having bad mental health. When they are stressed, they cannot concentrate on even the easiest task. Therefore, they will constantly feel worry and tension all the time. Secondly, stress damages our health. Generally, stressed people take more medicine to reduce their stress level. The medicine they might consume might cause some side effects too. They make them feel tired and drowsy. It may also cause them to have some physical problems in our bodies. They can make their hair fall out, and it also can make their body weight to gain or lose. Stressed people are more open to get illness. They get ill quickly. For instance, they easily get into depression or have panic attacks such as anxiety. So, as you can see, stress is the cause of malfunctioning in our bodies. It disturbs our psychology and also it damages our health. There is always stress in our life, but we can fight against it. So, I conclude that stress is not only cause positive benefits, it also may cause negative to students as well. Thank you.
Alright, I agree with you, Rashini. I also disagree that stress can bring benefits to us because, for me, in my point of view, stress is described as a problem. I mean, the problem that faced by everyone. So, to be honest, I think that most of us, if we face many unsolved problems, there are parts in our heart that doesn't feel right. I mean, like we not comfortable to do any other things. We keep thinking on that particular problem. So the feeling that you want the problem to be solved, so that your heart gonna feel ease and you can freely do anything without thinking about it. So for me, stress doesn't bring benefit to us. Indeed, stress bring a major problem to us until we solve the problem. Also for me, I disagree that stress can bring benefit to us because stress can change a person behavior. In terms of person behavior, by mental and physical health, for mental health, that stress can change a person from a happy person to a gloomy and lonely person because they face a lot of problem. So it's also going to affect to individual mental health. That also going to make a person go underweight, feel drowsy, and start to taking drugs like you guys said. And yeah, it keep going like that and give a negative effect to us. And I think that stress doesn't bring benefit to us. What do you think, Kiru?
mic is mute.
I'm sorry, the mic is mute. It's okay.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Okay. I agree that stress can bring benefits to us. It is because stress can actually enhance performance and well-being. Yes, guys, there is something known as a good stress. In fact, stress can help to increase our immune system. For example, when our body responds to our stress, the way our body acts, producing extra interleucins, a chemical that helps regulate the immune system. Then stress also can improve memory and learning. Short bursts of the stress hormone cortisol can increase the brain's openness to learning so that it helps students to learn something more easier and faster. Besides that, stress can also help students to gain some motivation. For example, stress of the deadline can help students to pay more attention in their assignments because time is running out, right? Sometimes students don't have motivations to do it until they are stressed. It's due to the next day, and all of a sudden they got some motivation to do it. So, what I mean is, stress is a part of meaningful life. Life without stress isn't necessarily better. As a students, we need to know that stress can help in many ways in our life. When in a distress situation, students can think of their personal experience where distress has lead lead them to positive changes. So I think stress can help in many ways in our life. So we need to know that these are the reminders for us that something good, even more great, can our challenges. That's all.
You can
Time is
conclude.
running, right?
As we can see, there are still
Yeah.
3 out of 5 are sticking with the point that stress could actually bring benefit to us. So majority wins. So
Majority wins.
we
Okay.
have to come to a point where we have to agree that yes, stress could actually bring benefit to us.
Benefits as
I think that's all for part one. See you
Yeah.
guys in next part.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
thank you.
Thank you.
So for part two, we are gonna talk about the poster we have here about stress, the causes of stress. As we can see in the poster, there are a lot of causes, but I'm going to specifically choose one from it, which is academic stress. Major, in my opinion, major cause of student stress is academic pressure. As teachers prepare students for standardized stress, they give them homework, even if the student are young as 6. In addition to these homework assignments, there are also classroom assignments and term papers that are supposed to be completed and submitted in strict deadlines. The pressure that comes from these assignments, coupled with the desire by students to succeed academically, culminates into what we call and known as stress. Students also experience pressure to do well in the academic work from those close to them, such as family, friends, and even teachers. They therefore feel so much pressure push that they can even resort to academic dishonesty, such as cheating in exams, so as to match this high expectation. Stress reduces students' work, that's the effect, reduce ability to learn in class, and causes lack of concentration in class. This leads to poor work, and therefore academic stress has a negative relationship with students' performance. The more the stress, the less the student will perform at school. To link this with my personal experience, at each and every stage of our life, we have sat for public exams, UPSR, PD3, SPM, and even I was a former STPM student. So, in each stage of these exams, I felt pressure. In even in now, when I'm in university, I feel academic pressure. But personally, I find it, which it boosts me to perform much more well, so that it's our personal perspective actually to overcome it, because if we let stress rule us, we would be our mental health would be so bad. So that's my point, and I would like to conclude that stress have will have academic stress could have a bad effect on us, but it's only for quite a long time, because we can be students, not every time. We can only be students for quite um, limited time, so we have to enjoy it, and that's it. What do you think about it, Sujita?
Okay, as you said, there is many causes of happening the stress. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, we can
So
hear you.
I was particularly choose family stress because if you see in the poster, it shows that the two of the parents are fighting, quarreling. So as a parent, some of them think that it will end within them if they had any problem, but they did not realize that parental stress will give an impact on students. I mean the children. Before that, I would like to tell an explanation about what is family stress. Actually, family stress is also known as parental stress. Less affection, low responsibility to children, and they always have some controlling tactics are some of the signs of the family stress. So coming to the topic, according to the poster, it shows that two parents are bickering to each other, as I said just now. So families are not perfect. All the imperfection might lead a students to be stressed. It can be said that changes in family dynamics are one of the cause why family stress is happening. Um, Changes in family relationship, including divorced parents and blending family together, means they will have some new father or new mom, can confuse them and upset the student. So, for example, a single parent who are already divorced are forced to work a lot to meet their financial needs, and they can't spend time with their children. And this situation shows that the quality of the relationship might be affected, where parents will show less warmth and affection with their children. Not only that, the fights among the family members will cause an insecurity in a student. Since they are always exposed with a lot of fighting, it will make difficult for them to have a normal life actually. And so for me, I don't have any family stress like my parents are quarreling and bickering, but I do have family stress from during my UPSL time. My mom was in ICU for some medical issues. So on that time, I was feel a bit stressed because as a first child, I need to take care of some home management, and also need to take care of my education too. Since my father was at hospital to take care of my mom, so I need to take care of all the home things actually. So on that time I did feel stressed because we didn't have any help from others, so it's one kind of family stress actually. So to be short, family stress will make a student to feel sometimes lonely, neglected, lost concentration in things, and tired, and most importantly stressed too. So that's it. Thank you.
So from the poster, we can see that there is also money problem, which will become a cause of stress among university students. So as a student, we are not working, so we have to rely on our parents for the money. We have to pay the fee, we have to take care of our expenses and so on. So we need to rely on our parents' money so we can pay our rental, everything. From my point of view, I got experience that kind of stress because I'm not from a I'm from a poor background family, so I need to pay my university fees and also my life expenses. So I applied for PTPTN. So there also got many NGOs that offers money for the university students. But for PTPTN, you need to pay it back after you graduate. So I think that money problem is also a major cause among university students for stress. Thank you. What do you think, Yana?
As for me, as if we look at the poster, I will elaborate about the middle below poster, where we can see a ton of work on the table with the unsolved problem and lot of shit paperwork like that. I can say that time management are really important to university student, as we need to submit many work and assignment, and we also have a multiple assignment that cause us to face stress and give us effect in many ways. So I can say that um, with the multiple deadlines and submission, uh, student university student will have anxiety effect on body, and we have a panic attack. We also uh, and part of most of university student gonna have a depression, as we can look at the uh, up poster where we see the person is sweating, so we can say that the person is having a panic attack of anxiety, then it leads to uh, he will get to hospital because of physical and mental health. So as for me, in my personal experience, I in my during my STPM year, I even take a sleeping pill so I will sleep better because I want to do better in my STPM. So that actually stressed me, and for that, I take a long term to go from the pills. And for my personal experience, I think that stress is not good for our mental health. What about you, Kiru?
Okay. As you guys said before, there are many causes of stress to the university students. For example, upcoming tests, too much of assignments, lack of support from family members, poor sleeping schedule, and classes that are too hard. Basically, many students, almost every student, worry about getting a good grade in their test. Then, when students is overwhelmed or frustrated by assignments, it make it harder for them to complete assignments, and this can cause this can cause very stressful circle for them. And also, not getting enough sleeping makes it difficult for them to concentrate and learn effectively. This can lead to this can lead them to feel stressful, and it is because they are not able to finish their assignments very well. If we are often under stress, definitely it will abuse our well-being. Like it will affect students emotionally and also affect students mentally and also physically. For example, first will get for example they will get frustrated, um and frequently they got flus, headaches that disturb them from doing their uh, works. And mentally stress will affect their concentration in studies. They will get learning problems, then they will get frequent negative thoughts. This might affect their life too. Well, in my point of view, as we can see the post, a student can also feel stress when they worry about thinking their family problems, exams, deadline, and and speaking problem in front of people. This will make them emotionally weak, like they frequently get anxiety, depression, anger issues, and also irritability. We can see that it will also change their behavior. For example, they will eat poorly, uh, they will abusing others, and they might also involve in accidents. So I also have been through the same situation that I got stressed by thinking about my family issues. Somehow I got overcome them by doing some meditation and etc. So what I want to say is stress is a normal thing if we know how to manage it carefully. So I think we all need to manage stress to avoid this kind of effect in our life. So that's it. Yeah, thank you.
That's it.
That's it.
Alright.
That's it.